MSNBC.
Developing right now, at least 20 people in Orlando are being tested for a rare and deadly virus that has no specific treatment and no vaccine. It's called MERS, or Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, and there are now 2 confirmed cases here in the States. Now, experts say risk to the general public is very low, but the TSA is putting travelers on high alert, posting warning signs at more than 20 airports. Let me bring in Frank Esper, an infectious specialist at UH Case Medical Center in Cleveland. Doctor, thank you so much for your time.
It's good to be here, Tamara. Thank you.
Obviously, we say the average person, general public, very low risk. But when you talk about airports this time of the year and you see these warnings, you just finished spring break, summer break very soon. Quite naturally, people will see this and be greatly concerned. What do we need to know?
Well, when you talk about what the warnings are, the travel warning issued is mainly to be aware of people who are traveling to the countries around the Arabian Peninsula to continue to wash their hands and to avoid contact with sick individuals. There's not as much concern about actually catching this particular virus on a plane because it requires such close and persistent proximity to an affected individual at this time. Not
to be an alarmist, but we say close proximity. What's closer than the airline seat next to you?
Well, you know, that's true, but you're talking about that person would have to be very symptomatic, and that person would have to actually have a substantial amount of disease before they even enter the plane. Those individuals can be identified, and when you actually look at what they did back in 2002, 2003, when they were actually talking about screening individuals who were going on the planes with SARS, or the people that they were concerned about with SARS, the actual number of cases that were confirmed to be spread for SARS back in 2002, 2003 was only a handful, less than 4 occurrences.
And just for people who don't know, first of all, let me say there's been 1 confirmed case in Indiana, 1 confirmed case in Florida, and the 20 people being tested in Orlando are healthcare workers from 2 hospitals, including 2 physicians. But MERS first appeared 2012, and it jumped from bats to camels and now to humans.
Yes, it does not seem to be spreading from human to human very well. In fact, there's very limited data that shows that people have been passing the virus from person to person. We still don't really understand exactly the way it's being transmitted. Most of the exposures have been associated with camels. Only the people who are in family members or healthcare workers who really get very close to an infected individual really seem to have any chance of being affected.
And Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, by the way, was in Saudi Arabia, and he was screened by officials there for MERS. But obviously with the travel, the region, that's a precaution taken there. Doctor, thank you so much for your time and your knowledge. We greatly appreciate it.
It's very good to be here. Thank you.
Sure. Magic Johnson is now responding to the latest rant from Clippers owner Donald Sterling about race and HIV.
He's living in the Stone Ages.